On January 31st, 2019, YouTuber Austin McConnell made a series called Useless Information, and in that series, every video that he made after the previous one, he would increase the timer by 5 minutes. And after that day, several YouTubers have been doing the same thing, myself included. This is the third useless video I've created. Check out the others in the description, by the way. I also asked a couple people to help me out with this video. Check them out in the link in the description. And just a quick disclaimer, everything that you see here is probably definitely useless. In 2016, Splatoon animator Jenny made an animation involving an Inkling, Filthy Frank, and 2016 humor. The reason why this fact is in the video, however, is because this video was so controversial is that it was on the news. Take a look for yourself.
These videos have actually teach kids how to successfully commit suicide. It's grabbing a lot of attention around the country.
Your child could be watching this video, looks harmless. It's just some cartoon characters, and then this pops up.
Remember, kids.
If you throw an ink strike on a Tacticooler, it will bounce off, making it one of the few surfaces ink strike can't hit. In Tis of the Kingdom, don't worry, this isn't a story spoiler. Listen closely to the rewind spell. Sound familiar? Because it's very similar to the sound that plays whenever you level up your gear in Splatoon. If you stand slightly off the railing in Grizzco, you can't open your menu. Cohawks will taunt on you if you die by one. Ouroboros and Stingers have the same hairstyle. When using a Splatana, you will always hold it on the right side of your body, unless you do a light slash before charging a heavy slash, in which you will do a heavy slash on the left side of your body. From a gameplay perspective, this does nothing. On August 3rd, 2019, the Samurai rotation in Splatoon 2 was on Maruna's Bay with Luna Blaster, Mini Splatling, Tentabrella, and Random Weapon of Choice. The key signature of the song Awake by Deadfish and Octo Expansion is C major and also E flat major. Big Man's real name is Ian. Here's an image of an Octarian with legs. I don't know why it exists or who made it, but according to Wikipedia, this has been here since 2015. In most languages, Big Man only says one word, whether that is A in English, Hick in Russian, or just Manta in Korean. But in the Portuguese version of the Nintendo Direct, he's just speaking actual Portuguese. The Italian translation of the Trooper Power Stripes is called Assault Sneaker. Ryo Nagamatsu, one of the composers of Splatoon 2, his birthday, October 25th of 1982, landed on a Monday. The main tower in Negopolis Square is called the Deca Tower. On August 29th, 2022, YouTuber KaboomToon made this 10-second Ultra Kill animation. Take a look. Did you notice? This entire video takes place in Gobi Arena. And if you scroll in the comments of the video, you can see my comment saying, Ultra Kill characters on a Splatoon map, the crossover I never thought I needed. We all know that touching enemy curling bombs can hurt you, but if you die by touching a curling bomb and not the explosion of one, the death message will change from splatted by curling bomb to hit by curling bomb. If you played Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2 Zero Mode, you've probably heard about the creepy weird noises that play after you kill a boss, but before you grab the Zapfish. Also, if you didn't know about the weird noises, have fun looking it up. But for some reason, the Octomall boss fight is the only boss in the entire game that doesn't have this. Despite their name, the enemies in Octo Expansion are never referred to as sanitized throughout the entire game, at least not in the English version. Technically speaking, at launch, Splatoon 1 only had 3 classes because Sloshers and Splatlings were not added until 3 months later, and Brushes and Blasters weren't considered their own weapon class until Splatoon 3. Sizzle Season introduced the Paintbrush, the first new brush added since brushes were introduced back in Splatoon 1, meaning we waited 8 years for a new brush. This is the longest time a weapon class had to wait to get a new weapon. In Season 1, Episode 22, and Season 2, Episode 44 of Bluey, many characters use a water gun that looks like a splatter shot. And in both appearances, the colors are reversed from one another. Here is footage of Big Man using a gun in Bone Lab. In most versions of Salmon Run, Grizz refers to Goldies as it, but in the Dutch version they're referred to as female. Also in Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, Goldies no longer use frying pans. The skull mask has an unused texture for the top of the skull. When you meet Orca for the first time in Splatoon 3, the sounds that it makes when it's powering up for the first time is the Wii U power jingle, but in a different key. The Splatoon text bubble is different in every game, including Octo Expansion. I wonder if Side Order will do the same thing. There is a mod in Payday 2 where you can change the menu music to be a Splatoon Splatfest one. Considering how Payday's dynamic music system works, I don't think there will be any Splatoon music mods that play mid-heist. In Splatoon 2, there is not a single Brella that has Curling Bomb on it. The song Salty by Deadfish has a BPM of 181. On June 11th, 2015, the map Kelp Dome was released, but this map was in Splatoon 1's Hero Mode, meaning many players have already experienced the map before its release. The sixth quote Cuttlefish says in the level Lair in the Octoballs in Splatoon 1 is, and I quote, "By my beard, it's armor." The third Splatoon 1 tournament to exist is called the Great British Splat-Off. This is an icon of a shoe that never made it into Splatoon. However, this was discovered not in Splatoon's files, but in Mario Maker. Or at least that's what Inkopedia says. I actually don't know about this one. This is an actual promo image for Octo Expansion. I put this here because this kind of looks like a shitpost. I didn't think this was an actual thing that Nintendo did. The B-Ball headband is actually a different shade of blue in Splatoon 1 than in the rest of the series. In Splatoon 3, there is not a single level in Cryogenic Hope Town where the colors are light blue or cyan. The post-roll damage Galugas have is 52.5. This is a reference to the Draper point of the Kelvin temperature, which is 525. The Russian translation of side order is called decent serving. This is a wordplay to the fact that order and decent have the same root in Russian. Agent 4's hero shot is based off the P90 submachine gun. The first completed tournament on Squid boards was the Salty Splatoon tournament on August 22nd of 2015. Love vs. Money is the only Splatfest in the entire series that has been a topic in both Splatoon 1 and in Splatoon 2. This is an image of what an Inkling girl is as an Octarian. Yes, this is official. Remember when I said that Walleye is the smallest inkable map in the series? Yeah, well, it's actually the Bouncy Twins in Splatoon 2. On October 11th, 2017, version 1.4 of Splatoon 2 came out, and in this update, 28 weapons were affected, and out of all of them, only 2 of them were nerfed, and those were the Aerospray family and the Sloshing Machine. During the Vampire vs. Werewolf Splatfest, the #1 member on both teams was Kissshot with a Splatfest power of 2,558 on Vampire team, and Jex with a Splatfest power of 2,537 on Werewolf team. The song that plays in the shops in Splatoon 3 has a name, and it's called Dripping with Style. Before Camp Triggerfish is released in Splatoon 1, there were many, and I mean many changes that occurred. Just look at these screenshots. And also here's an Inkopedia page about the entire thing because I am not reading all of this. Sea Cucumber has the most consistent line out of any character in the Splatoon series, and that is test failed. Out of the 80 levels in Octo Expansion, Sea Cucumber says the phrase test failed in 35 of them. Don't believe me? Here's every level where he says it. Bumpy 8-Ball Station, Radical Rail Station, Shrinky Ink Station, Bumpin' 8-Ball Station, again, Move It Station, Bust and Move Station, Totally 8-Ball Station, Right Round Station, Bodacious 8-Ball Station, McFly Station, Matchmaker Station, Populicious Station, Bring It Station, Matchmaker Station, Girl Power Station, Footloose Station, Ink and Watch Station, Baller Side Station, Shooter Mix Station, One Shot Station, All That 8-Ball Station, Target Buster Station, Pop Rock Station, Rad Ride Station, Fly 8-Ball Station, Tubular 8-Ball Station, Brute Roll-Up Station, Dicky Eat Station, No Rammy Station, Can't Touch This Station, Heinous 8-Ball Station, Swash 8-Ball Station, Hasta La Vista Station, Bustalissa Station, and Bring It Station. You cannot open your menu while charging a Splatling. When holding a heavy slash with a Splatana wiper, the Splatana will start shaking. Pearl's Dutch name is Lorelei, named after the mythical character Lorelei, a siren whose beauty and song unwittingly distracted shipmen, causing them to crash their ships. I mean, Nintendo's kind of right. The names for the shifty stations in the English version of Splatoon are references to popular media, while the Japanese versions are normally references to mangas. The Splatoon 1 Hero Charger has a similar design to the M16 assault rifle, which I find weird because if chargers are based around snipers, why base the charger around an assault rifle appearance-wise? Speaking of Splat Charger though, one of the splash tags has the barrel of the Splatoon 2 Hero Charger. In the Splatoon 1 weapon shop, there are weapons that are not in the game, but they look more akin to snipers than the Splatoon 1 Hero Charger. Okay, Nintendo, what are you doing? Here's the game over cutscenes in both Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. I put this in the video because how often did any of you see this during your playthrough of the games? Not a lot of you, I'm assuming. While Cats vs. Dog was the first Splatoon 1 Splatfest in North America, it was actually the 6th Splatfest in Europe. The Super Mushroom and Superstar Splatfest has the record for the most shifty stations used in any Splatfest, being Cannon Fire Pearl, Bunker Games, Bouncy Twins, and Chronicles of Linoleum. The sky blue squid eye shirt is actually worn by the Inkling girl in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. However, it is missing the waistband. In the game's files of Splatoon 2, every shifty station has a name, which is Delhi and the number of station that was created. So for example, the Secret of Splat has a file of number 1, despite it being the second station in the game to release publicly, and this has been constant for almost half the stations in the game. For example, the Bunker Games were the 8th station to release, but it has a number of 10. And Sweet Valley Tentacles was the 13th to release, but the 12th created, and you get the picture. Why did Nintendo rotate the release date of many of the shifty stations? I don't know. The number 1 player in the top 500 Rainmaker Splatoon 2 April 2019 season is just a dot. That's it. In Octo Expansion, the title and subtitle for Maverick Station, Iceman Station, and Goose Station are all references to the movie Top Gun. Splatoon 1's game size is only 3 GB of space. In the Splatoon 2 firing range, if you destroy all 3 moving targets with 1 attack, your character will celebrate about it. Okay, this next fact requires context, so hear me out. So midway through writing, I was running out of facts, and I decided to look up some useless information facts, right? And I found this old Tumblr post full of them, and one of them caught my eye. Apparently, Tony Kenza, the Kenza brand, they canonically make underwear, and I was trying to look for proof of this, how do we know this? So apparently, in this art, if you zoom on Marina's pants, you can see the Tony Kenza logo on it. Now you know. The little tune that Fish Sticks sing encourages Salmonids to fight harder, from a lore perspective, not a gameplay perspective. But it would kind of be cool if that was an actual mechanic, you know? In Smash Ultimate, Inkling is one of the few characters that takes damage when in water. Merch is one of the only few characters in Splatoon 3 that still has a squid phone, but it's cracked. The genre of Octavio's music is called Octotronica. During the deep cut boss fights in Splatoon 3, their ink has their brand on it. Hey Splatoon artists with OCs, I have a new idea for you. On May 21st, 2022, YouTuber Noteblock made a mashup between Calamari Incantation and Ninja Hideaway from Mario Kart 8, and honestly, it is a bop. Take a listen.